Welcome everybody to the show. Today we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin and what the heck is it doing right now. Hope you guys are all well. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. As you can see on the hourly chart here, we were making fresh lows. It went all the way down to 80. It went all the way to 88,186. So if you're trying to figure out if you should take a long or a short, I would say probably shorts right now. We're going to be dominant. But let's check out CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. Excuse me. We're now at 3.124 trillion, down another percent on the market cap. Remember, we were trying to hold on to 4 trillion, and when we lost it, scary. 24-hour volume 196.23 billion. Bitcoin dominance 56.7%. ETH dominance 11.3%. Expensive gas transactions today, they're costing you 2.7 away each. It's amazing that that's expensive. Here's a visualization of the market cap. Visual representation of the trading volume. It looks the same every time we look at it, doesn't it? ETH 6900, don't know what it's doing. 116% gains, I guess. Bitcoin trending and Zcash trending as well. Dymension, a project I liked when it first came out. I told you guys to take a look at. It's up 121% today. What is ETH 6900? Why is this? Everything is about the trading volume, nothing about what it is. See if there's any news at all. No. Doesn't look like it. No news, especially on this one. Okay, let's take a look at Dymension. Wow. See the bump at the very end here. It's been out for a year and a half. There's nothing but go down. It's a lot of altcoins in that same bucket or basket. If you would rather have a basket than a bucket. Okay. Oh, it's some kind of meme token auction site. It's kind of like Pump.Fun. Yeah. These people who use this stuff are nuts. It is a Solana project, I believe. Cosmos, on Cosmos. And whatever this is. It's own doing its own, I guess. All right. Let's get into the numbers here. Bitcoin coming at 88,766. Let's refresh. Make sure we got the latest. Coming at 88,502. I tell you, I really like to put a short in. Just really feel like a short is the right move here. But who knows? Maybe that's as low as it gets. You can always trade with Phemex. Got trading links down below in the description. If you'd like to sign up, we have a deposit bonus up to $30,000 right now. If you want that, just click the link or type the link in and make it happen. I really been wanting to grab a trade here the last few days. I just haven't caught the prices at exactly the right moment. But anyways, Ethereum coming at 28,887. XRP barely holding on to $2 now. BNB coin at 880 was up to 1200 or so. Solana at 132. Tron 2080 cents even, pretty much. Let's go to 50.25 cents. Yeah, Cardano at ADA coming in at 44.34 cents. Wow, SWI is just dropping like a rock. I like to look where it's at. It's at 33 right now. So far, exactly 0 coins have managed to make it into the top 10 and stay there. Outside of the ones we already know. Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, Tron, Dogecoin, Cardano. Nothing outside of that has been able to really move up into this top 10. SWI was there. Chainlink was there, but both fallen. Okay. Let's look at the hourly here. Nothing is up. 0.0% of your best hour. Starting down 6%. Wouldn't worry about that. It's got great numbers over here for the 30 days. Solana down 4.8%. Of course, these are all versions of Solana. Cosmos down 4.7%. Arbitrum 4.5%. Polkadot 4.4%. VeChain 4.3%. VeChain barely held it in the top 100. It's number 94 right now. Let's actually do that. Let's go look at the top 100 backwards. Caspa probably just about out here. He's been teetering off and on. Quant, Sky, that's Maker. Starting that VeChain. These are all in big trouble here for staying in the top 100. Let's see what's just recently fallen out of the top 100. This is stuff I like to do. They're not in the top 100 anymore. Render out. Dash out. Psy out. XCC's been out for a while, but Story is now out of the top 100. Wow. Bonk out. Jupiter out. Fast token out. Sketchiest token on there. Fast token. Cake out. Pengu out. Optimism out. Airdrome Finance. I don't know if it's really been in the top 100, but it's actually a good spot for it, I think. Virtual Protocol, Injective is out. Celestia is out. Lido is out. Curve is out. These are all projects that were up high at some point. Blockstack's out. The Graph out. Tezos expectedly out. IOTA, number 1 performer 2017. Out. MyX Finance, after a launch with a lot of pomp and circumstance, crazy numbers, it's out. Decred used to be in the top 30. It's out. Loki is out. Pith is out. So I wonder what Sandbox 171. Some of these are almost going to. They're not even in the top 200 anymore. Whiff out. Theta out. Pendle out. I don't know if Pendle was in. Pendle might not have ever been in the top 100. But regardless, it's out. Maple Finance, a RWA coin, out. Jasmine, going to probably be falling outside of that top 200 here pretty soon. So then none of these others are really huge. Wait, let's look at number 3. Decentraland is not even in the top 200 anymore. Gnosis, same thing. ZK Sync, same thing. Olympus, well, that's expected. Neo, expected. Radium. Wow. Chili's out. ApeCoin, not even in the top 300 anymore, or top 200, it's in the top 300. Mutable X, same thing. Basic attention token, RWE, same thing, both for those. Wormhole out of the top 100 and the 200s now. 1 inch in the 200s. I got my eye on Horizon. I got my eye on Zen right now. Is possibly another privacy coin that could really, really break out. Thorchain out. Golly, it's just a who's who of coins that were in the limelight at one point. So, all right, we'll go all the way down to 300, and then we'll stop. We'll go back to looking at coins today. Axie Infinity out. Nothing good, really. Beam. Look at Beam. Oh, Beam paid. Oh, they paid for advertising to get their project looked at here. It's not working. It's not working, Beam. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Continuing on. Top gainers of the day, Zcash, Cosmos, after a big drop. I mean, usually when you have all three red except the daily, it just had basically a bounce. Aptos up 3.2%, 2.5%, WorldCoin 2.1%, Pepe 1.8%. These losers, last 24 hours, Provenance Blockchain, Cannon Coin, Aster, all newer projects, Toncoin, XMR, CRO, Litecoin. There you go. For the week, StarkNet is up 70%. Zcash up 39.3%. So still sticking tough. Did you buy the dip with Zcash? I don't know. It's already been on such a run. Probably missed it already. Aster 11.2%. Pi Network 5.9%. Bydfi. And so forth and so on. That's all the gainers pretty much today. A lot more losers than gainers. Pump.fun. Sweet, 24 and 25% down. HBAR 22% down. Ondo 21.5% down. Toncoin 21.2% down. Pepe 20.7% down. ADA 20.3%. A lot of big losers in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin's new lows. What do you expect? For the 30-day, the tops, we have Zcash, StarkNet, ICP, Whitebit, Pi Network, Monero, Filecoin. Those are all 10% gainers and up. I expect to see WorldFi up since Trump coin is up again. Or down. Up for the month, that is 9.9%. So be the losers of the month. 44.2% for Athena. Sweet 41%. What a pullback. And I don't trust telling you guys to buy anything right now with the way the market is. But I believe Bitcoin's got to hit a low at some point soon, probably in the 80s. It'll head back up, and hopefully a lot of these projects start recovering some of their gains. But yeah, never thought I would see Sweet back at 153. ADA got crushed this month, 35.2%, down to 44 cents. I did say XRP would have a better bull run than Cardano, and that has proven to be true. Ondo down 33.9%, Solana 32.5%, Avalanche 32%, CRO, Litecoin, WorldCoin, all down. All down. All right. Sorry about that. That cat fight. Okay, let's start. Bitcoin is at fresh lows right now, 88,000 and holding. Man, kind of knew that was going to happen. Question is it going to go back up? FedWatch is down again after one day of Jubilee. We're right back to come on. Whoa, 39.6% to 60.4%. 39.6% to 60.4%. Look at that. That's a target rate in bips. That means only 40% chance we're getting a rate cut now. I told you yesterday that over time these will spread out, and one will be a dominant winner, and one will be dominant, not necessarily the one that is going to win. But right now, that 39.6% is not looking too hopeful for another Fed rate cut. These are our crypto numbers. Right now, we're in extreme fear. We were as low as 10 this week. We're back to 11. Extreme fear 15. Extreme fear 15. Last month 34. So but reasonably, how low can Bitcoin go? At some point, people are going to say, oh my gosh, this is so low now, I want to buy it. At some point, that's going to happen. Whether it's the institutions or whether it's retail or both. At some point, that is going to happen. So pretty strong trend line here. But we are well below it. We're well below the VWAP. We now have gone all the way to $87,888. We're right now holding 88. And I think this is a good spot. Man, this is a good spot, I feel like. Could be wrong, though. Bitcoin XRP crash as markets react to missing jobs report. Bitcoin extended its November slump on Wednesday, briefly dipping below 89,000 as traders brace for NVIDIA's closely watched earnings and a broader tech-led sell-off across U.S. equities. According to CoinGecko data, Bitcoin traded around 89,000 to 89,300, down about 4% over the past 24 hours and nearly 13% on the week, after falling from highs above 103,000 just days ago. Move pushed Bitcoin to its lowest level since April, and he erased most of its 2025 gains. I got a hair in my mouth. I gotta try to get that out. Move pushed Bitcoin to its lowest level since April and erased most of its 2025 gains, with the market cap slipping to roughly 1.77 trillion and 24-hour volumes topping 70 billion as forced liquidations and de-risking rippled throughout futures markets. Ethereum mirrored the move, sliding 7% in 24 hours. While Solana, XRP, BNB, Dogecoin, Cardano, and other large cap assets posted losses between 5 and 12%. Nearly the entire top 100 traded lower as traders reduced exposure and liquidity thinned across spot and derivatives markets. The weakness in crypto is unfolding alongside a fragile mood in traditional markets. The S&P 500 was roughly flat to slightly negative on Wednesday after a 4-day slide driven by profit-taking in mega cap tech. NVIDIA, now the largest name in the index, reports earnings after the bell, with Wall Street expecting another blockbuster quarter powered by AI chip demand. Bitcoin's dip below 90,000 on both Tuesday and Wednesday underscores how tightly it is trading with risk sentiment. According to CoinGlass, 154,664 traders were liquidated in the past 24 hours, total liquidations reaching $443 or $443 million. Largest single liquidation occurred on Bybit's Bitcoin USD pair, wiping out $10 million in just one order. Wow. And why is everything down? The markets reacted to missing U.S. jobs report. Crypto market deepened its sell-off on Wednesday after the Bureau of Labor Statistics said it will not release a full U.S. jobs report for October, a rare delay that rattled traders already on edge ahead of NVIDIA's earnings. BLS confirmed the disruption was caused by the historic government shutdown. Establishment survey data from current employment statistics survey for October 2025 will be published with the November 2025 data, the agency said. It also delayed November's job release to December 16th, 6 days after the Federal Reserve's final policy meeting of the year. Bitcoin slips back below 90K. Crypto correction now ranks among worst since 2017. K33 says, I don't know how they can fairly say this. Dollars and cents? No. I mean, yes, actually. Yes. I mean, if Bitcoin lost $50,000, which it almost has, then sure, that would be the lowest because the numbers are higher. Percentage-wise, so what's key? Let's after a rare spot outperformance on Tuesday. After a rare spot of outperformance on Tuesday, Bitcoin has resumed sliding, with one analyst eyeing $84,000 to $86,000 as the potential local bottom. Bitcoin fell below 90,000, losing 4.2% during the early U.S. trading hours on Wednesday, while Ether dropped 6% under 3,000. Bitcoin's current slide from its early October records, 126,000, ranks among the steepest 43-day drawdown since 2007. K33's research head said, we looked at this yesterday. It's like a 26% loss. Maybe it's like 27 or 28 now. We've had way worse than that. The big news Tuesday was not just posting gains, but also rising even as U.S. stocks sold off. That outperformance has been rare for what seems like months, with Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies watching from the sidelines. Major stock market averages made new record highs on a regular basis. Sadly for the bulls, though, normality has returned just 24 hours later, with Bitcoin tumbling 4% back below $90,000, even as U.S. stocks managed gains. Ethereum slid to below $3,000. Crypto-related equities broadly mirrored that price action. Bitcoin Treasury firm MicroStrategy fell over 8% to more than 1 year low, while stablecoin issuer Circle, Ether Treasury, miners, Bitfarms, and Hype Digital saw similar declines. Though well off session highs, NASDAQ remains up 0.2% just after the noon hour on the East Coast. After relentless downward pressure on prices, Bitcoin's early October record, crypto investors remain deeply risk-averse. We already looked at the crypto fear index, fear and greed index. We're in extreme fear at 11. Vetlil Lund noted that nearly 30% in 43 days ranks among the worst compared to the 7 corrections that lasted over 50 days since March 2017. We have done 35% in a day, but I guess he's saying it has to last over 50 days. Kind of like when they want to make a record in basketball, like the most number of points LeBron James has played while his leg was not 100% healthy, and he was playing a West Coast team after an East Coast team. Just like that. Steady outflows from ETFs have also fueled the sell-off. Investors gained nearly $2.3 billion from U.S.-listed spot Bitcoin ETFs over the past 5 consecutive sessions. BTC swept lows below the average cost basis of U.S. Bitcoin ETFs, and if the drawdown mirrors the cheapest drawdowns over the past 2 years, a bottom may form between $84,000 and $86,000. If not, a revisit of the April low in MSTR's average entry of 74,433 may be a natural leg lower. It is so hard for me to see Bitcoin going under 70,000 again. That's hard. I don't know if it's going to do that. I mean, people should just be buying it up like crazy, but they should be doing it at those levels. Bitcoin price prediction, breakout or breakdown? Bitcoin briefly bounced from around $88,700, a level that acted as minor support on the charts. What made the move more interesting is it happened right as NVIDIA released its earnings, which brought a bit of optimism back into the global markets. A small lift helped Bitcoin recover slightly, but experts say the bounce is still too weak to confirm that a solid bottom is in. That's what we're seeing right now. Right now, Bitcoin is stuck in a zone where it could form a proper recovery, but the price is not broken above any important resistance levels. This means the market has not shown a clear signal on the downtrend that is finished. Bitcoin can still dip a little lower in the near term. Even though today's bounce looks like the start of a short-term bottom, the move is very small and doesn't yet show the strength needed for a real trend reversal. Traders who have been slowly accumulating during this drop believe Bitcoin is extremely oversold, but a stronger move upward is needed to confirm momentum. Fall from Tuesday's high looked strange because instead of showing a strong and steady sell-off, it came down in a softer, choppy pattern. This is one reason why analysts believe today's bounce may be the start of a reset in the trend, but not necessarily the final bottom. This is one reason analysts believe today's bounce may be the start of a reset. How would it be the start of a reset if it's not in the bottom yet? That doesn't make sense to me. For Bitcoin to show that a meaningful low has formed, it must break above a major resistance zone around $97,300. Until that happens, current move is likely just a temporary bounce inside the broader correction. Next price zone to watch is roughly $93,000 and $96,200. But if Bitcoin climbs into this area with strength, this feels far from where we're at now, it could signal the buyers are pushing back for real. If the move stalls, the market may simply drift sideways or fall back again. Some investors have already started adding to their positions. Deeper support is at 85 to 86,000. Will Bitcoin manage to break above the key resistance level at 97,300? Not quite yet. Until that happens, the bounce we're seeing is just a small reaction to an oversold market and the positive mood following NVIDIA's strong results. So we get this really strong NVIDIA earnings report. Bitcoin climbs immediately and then starts heading right back down. Senate grills Trump's pick for CFTC head on crypto regulation. You guys don't care about this too much, I'm sure, but this is Paul Atkins. I'm sorry, it was not Paul Atkins is the head of the SEC, but Michael Seelig, a nominee to lead the CFTC, who explains overall crypto regulations and election betting, among other hot button issues. Election betting? Aren't allowed to bet on elections now? Well, guys, Bitcoin's coming in at 87,000. Right as we're pretty much at a low here. Right now, it's went all the way down to 87,420. It's at 87,750. Hope you guys have a great day. That's all I got. Be blessed. Goodbye.